Friends, hello everyone, you're on the channel Food on Fire, and we have some extreme weather today. I don't know how I'm going to film 2 recipes, but, well, what can you do? It's snowing heavily right now. I want to show you an awesome recipe for salted pork fat, but there are some nuances. It's cured in brine, and wine is used in the brine. So let's get started. I think you'll like it. Oh man, we'll need red dry wine, and we'll need a stove. We need half a liter of it. Take half a liter of wine and pour it in here. Yeah, the weather is just right for cooking. Now we add everything here. 3 bay leaves, 5 allspice berries, black pepper, a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of hot red pepper. Here we have seasoning for salo. There is such a seasoning, you can look for it in stores. A good teaspoon and half a teaspoon of coriander. Salt, 2 tablespoons, and about 7 or 8 cloves of garlic. We pour it in. Now we bring it all to a boil and let it boil for about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, turn it off. And don't even think about boiling it with the lid closed, because the alcohol is evaporating here. And when it evaporates and collects under the lid, if you open it later, it might flare up. That's why you need to do it with the lid open. I've turned everything off now. 3 minutes have passed. Now we just need to let it cool down. We'll put it somewhere, let it cool, and I'll show you the next steps once it cools. The lard is already dusted with snow. It's crazy, really. We haven't filmed in weather like this before, but there's no other choice. You know, I film everything here. My home was destroyed, so I've been filming for 4 years now. I opened a donation jar, and I'm raising money for a new place to live. The donation jar link is below. If you want to contribute, it's there. Thanks so much to everyone who's already helped. If you don't want to help, just like, dislike, or comment, but please avoid writing crazy comments. They go to the YouTube bank, and I'll post them later in the tag. The tag link is here too. Let's continue with the salo. We put it in some container. I cut it into small pieces. There's so much snow, salo. By the way, you can put it in a jar too. That's also an option. We pour it in. We cover it with a lid. And for 4 days, for 4 full days, it should sit. I'll put it in the fridge now, and it will be salting there. You can make more brine depending on the container. You can use a more convenient container, a bit smaller, so that everything is covered. I'll just flip it over in 2 days so that it salts evenly. And in 4 days we'll meet again. I'll show you. Let's continue. It still won't be completely ready. It will need some more time to finish, so let's hope the weather gets better. Because honestly, I didn't like filming like this at all. 4 days have passed, 4 full days. Actually, our salo isn't as bad now, and the snow isn't blowing as hard. Now we're going to take it out, and we'll put it on dry napkins so the excess moisture goes away. We're taking out our salo. The seasonings that were there, we don't need the pieces of garlic or any of that anymore. And now we'll pat it dry a little with napkins. Just dry it off. That's basically how our pieces turned out. What do? We need to find paper like this, or just use parchment paper. I still prefer it when it's on the pork fat. But in any case, you just need to put it in the fridge for 24 hours, and then you can eat it. But I like it when we wrap it a little bit in paper. It's also sprinkled with special seasonings, all kinds of spices. I'll use just a little bit. Black pepper. You see, just press it down a little so it sticks, so it gets in there a bit. I'll be using this kind of seasoning there. The seasoning is called svita for špik, But for salo, you could say you can use your favorite seasonings. The cool part is how it's salted, not the seasonings. But with them, you know, there's some kind of special touch. It's just a little bit, just like that, just a tiny bit. You can add some coriander too, that's fine, but I do it this way. I didn't use much. Now we just wrap everything up nicely in paper. And we'll refrigerate it for 24 hours. Alright guys, I wrapped each one. Now they're all going in the fridge, like I said, for 24 hours. I'll see you then. Tomorrow we'll actually try it. I'll show you what it looks like inside, how soft it is, not small basically. You'll see everything, but the recipe is top notch. Friends, it's already the next day. Our salo has been sitting in the fridge. Let's see what we've got here. This is what it looks like. It's really soft. It's incredibly soft. Let's slice it. Oh, nice. Subtitles, Dematozok, it looks great. Now we're going to try how it all tastes, but how can we try it? Without any extra equipment? I won't do that. Friends, to your health. So here's a piece of salo and here's some bread like this. The salo is like butter, some garlic and salt. And here's this pickled pepper. Remember? I'll give you a hint in the final end screen. Subtitles Dimatorzok. That's the same pickled pepper I made with salo. It's top notch. Film it with this. You can just wash down the peppers like this. Like butter. The salo turns out super tender, guys. Of course, if the meat quality isn't great, the salo won't ever be tender. That's obvious, and I'm not forcing you. When you mention homemade chicken using a recipe from 30 years ago, it's clear what happened. It needs to be good from the start, but this red wine makes it incredibly tender. I can't really explain it. You have to try it yourself. If you like the recipe, please like, try it, and comment. I like this tasty, unique method. Thanks everyone, goodbye, and I hope we meet again. Subscribe to our Telegram, the link is below the video.